Welcome back to the Airways AvFix. Let's get into recapping this week's exciting news. The axe will finally fall on Alitalia on October 14th, and the airline will cease all activities then, but tickets have been and are still being sold for travel beyond this date. What will happen to them? Since because of the discontinuity required by the EU Commission, reprotection of the new national carrier ITA will not be possible nor allowed, the Italian newspaper Il Corriere della Sera, generally well updated on Alitalia matters, has tried to bring an answer to the question. By October 15th, Alitalia will have to honor, reprotect, or refund a total of approximately 255,000 tickets or vouchers sold in Italy and abroad, amounting to an average of $160 US or Euro 135 apiece, all types of travel included, for a total amount of 40.2 million US. Alitalia liquidators have not confirmed nor denied the figures put forward by the newspaper. Earlier this summer, Airways reported on an upcoming auction of Etihad-linked bonds. Etihad had issued the bonds to shareholders, primarily Middle East investors, to finance the stakes it had taken in Alitalia and Air Berlin. Etihad had purchased stakes in the two airlines as part of an ill-fated push into Europe. The total amount of the bonds was $2.1 billion US across two issues, a $500 million note sold in 2015 and a $700 million note sold in 2016. The funds from the bonds would be used to prop up Air Berlin and Alitalia. Alitalia and Air Berlin have entered bankruptcy, and the former is no longer flying. As for Alitalia, the axe will fall finally on October 14th, and the airline will cease all activities then, but tickets have been and are still being sold for travel beyond that date. EA Partners 2, an investment arm of EI, on Tuesday held a call with bondholders to give further detail on the results of the auction and to outline restructuring options. At this point, the bidder, so far unidentified, is hoping to recover money through litigation. The bidder has also offered to split any proceeds above 35% of the loan's face value, with bondholders receiving 60% of cash received above this threshold. It looks like the Boeing 737 MAX is flying in China again. Last week, Airways reported that a MAX was en route to China, making refueling stops in Honolulu and Guam before flying on to Shanghai's Pudong International Airport. Once in China, the aircraft would begin recertification flights. Reuters now reports that those flights have indeed begun. Flight Radar 24 showed a Boeing 737 MAX test plane taking off from PVG at 9:24 Wednesday. Although no destination was listed, the MAX flew in a southeasterly direction. Posts and photos on Chinese aviation blogs showed the plane landed at Zhoushan Putoshan Airport, which is about 80 nautical miles to the south. Industry sources had told Reuters that HSN was the expected destination. Boeing maintains a 737 MAX completion plant in Zhoushan to install interiors and paint airplane liveries. For Airways Magazine in Connecticut, this is Rick Rosenbaum.